dispute among our lines.
Okay.
So I am Jalaluddin, a son of late Mwalimu Idi Kayondo of Chikonge Mitiana Road.
Oh,
That is all.
Okay.
Yeah.
MashaAllah. Welcome to UBC.
Pleasure to be with you, Haji Rashid.
How is Bilal?
Bilal is still standing and giving its services of prayers, teaching, and making research.
Okay.
And always to stand uniting Muslims.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sheikh, you're here to discuss Ashura.
Good.
Well, literally, what is Ashura?
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created 12 months.
Okay.
And among those 12 months, there is 4 sacred months.
Okay.
Those sacred months are Zulqa'dah,
Okay.
Zulhajj,
Okay.
the 11th month,
Okay.
Zulhajj, 12th month,
Okay.
and Muharram, this
The
month,
first month of our
the
calendar.
first month of our calendar.
Okay.
Then there is 8th month called Rajab,
Okay.
8th month. No, seventh month.
Okay.
Rajab. Those are 4 sacred months.
Okay.
According to Quran, chapter 9, we are not supposed to injust ourselves or hurt others. We are not supposed, according to Quran.
Yes.
We are not supposed. We are not allowed as Muslims.
Within those 4 months?
4 months.
What about other
وَلَا
months?
تَظْلِمُوا فِيهِنَّ أَنفُسَكُمْ. Because it's a sacred, it means that any crime you do in these months, it can be tripled because
The
of
punishment?
its both punishment and judgment. Therefore, according to Quran, we have to be very, very, very careful and careful to follow the guideline of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Why? Then it is we as sheikhs to sit up and find out why these 4 months are sacred and are holy. Now the question here is Ashura. What is Ashura?
Literally, what is Ashura?
It is well known by historian as a victory day, 10th of Ashura, victory day, right from the previous prophets, like Musa, like Ibrahim alayhi salam.
When you talk about
like
Victory
Harun.
Day, who was victorious?
It is justice and truth. Sometimes justice and truth are invisible things,
true,
but humanity, humanity. Every person, every human being on this earth, yearning to have those 2 things:
Okay.
justice and peace. Justice and peace. Now, when we talk about justice, we talk about truth. The moment injustice escalating on this earth, there must be one person or a caravan or a group of people who can say no. I bring an example. When British tried to engage injustice methodology in India, Mahatma Gandhi stood up and said no. No, not what? To behaviors. We found us with our traditionals, with our cultures, Indians. But I quote, Mahatma Gandhi said, when I read the victory of Imam Hussein, the grandson of Prophet Muhammad, the son of Amir al-Mu'minin Ali ibn Abi Talib, I learned how to stand against injustice and how I can save my people from tyranny and from apartheid.
Okay.
That's one person. I quote the second hero of Africa, Nelson Mandela.
Okay.
Nelson Mandela was in prison more than 20 years. More than 20 years. He says, time came and I was about to sign, and I agree with every condition with apartheid system and key players of apartheid and injustice, which was a life of a day in South Africa. Was about to sign in every condition. But in one night, I came to learn the victory of Imam Hussein, and I came to realize that I have to stand in this way to save my people.
Okay.
Then I did not sign the condition of those apartheid. So, Ashura,
Okay.
Ashura, it's a victory day. It is a day of judging falsehood, and truthful, righteous and wrong. That's the Ashura.
Let's bring it closer to us now.
Good.
Are we supposed to celebrate, commemorate, mourn, or just observe?
We can hold all of them because of these two. One, we mourn for martyrdom of the participants, the key player, and we celebrate the victor of truth, the victor of justice. We celebrate for the justice because those key players in this regard, we are just holding a message, holding a banner, holding a mission, holding a theme that any human, remember, viewers, in Islam, we have a verse in the Quran that وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. Our prophet was descended to us on earth as mercy to universe.
Okay.
Now, if there is a group of people, a number of people misusing this mercy and establishing a mission of injustice on earth, then we have to get someone who can reform the justice and mercy to come on human. And when we say Rahmatan lil Alameen, Muslims, be careful on this statement. We are Rasulullah, your prophet, Islamic prophet.
Our prophet.
Our prophet is not for Muslims only. That's why I was escaping for our, because you want to say we Muslims.
Yes.
Rahmatan lil Alameen is a mercy to universe, a Christian, animals, including nature, environment, is mercy. Now, this is his mission, to put peace on earth, on universe, to put justice on earth. That's the mission. And that is why whenever we meet, we say salam, peace be upon you. It's a greeting as well as now, if we find people who are playing with this peace, we have to get a caravan, can be small people, to say no to this. I told you Mahatma Gandhi, with how many people? This is a nation of 1 billion plus. I told you about South Africa. How many population? The population of almost 60, 70 million. But a group of ANC say no. When Prophet passed away, when Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam passed away.
Briefly, when I look at when I read through the literature, I saw there are two things here. There is Musa being victorious. Then there is a martyrdom of Imam Hussein. So let's go in between those lines. Let me get to understand it better.
Now, we mourn for the martyrdom of Hussein. We lost him.
And who was Hussein?
Who is Hussein, first and foremost? Who is Hussein? So that we can bring a proper picture. Hussein is a son of Amir al-Mu'minin Ali ibn Abi Talib, a son to Fatima, the daughter of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, a grandson to Prophet, our Prophet, your Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is the personality of Hussein. This is the person, Hussein, this is the person who participated in a team of 5 people who went to stand against injustice when the group of people came in Najrani claiming that Rasulullah was spreading falsehood. Then when we go in Surah Al-Imran, verse 61,
Okay.
Allah say, whoever argues with you about it after the knowledge that the truth is here and the false is here,
Okay.
say, call your children and we call our children. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, instead of bringing Fatima, his child, he brought grandchildren,
That is the
Al-Hassan and Hussein.
Hussein, yes.
But Prophet was well versed about Arab grammar. Children, our children, he brought grandchildren.
Why?
Wanisa'ana wanisa'akum, our women. Instead of bringing his wives, he brought his daughter, Fatima, the mother to these people, to these two. Wa anfusana wa anfusakum, and ourselves and yourselves. Then he brought the father to these two and a husband to his daughter.
Okay.
He put Amiril Mu'minin Ali in his personality, anfusana, and we come ourselves and you come yourselves.
Okay.
He brought Amiril Mu'minin Ali ibn Abi. This team, see the verse say, linabtahil. Then we pray to God.
Okay.
Which prayer? Allah curses the group which are spreading falsehood on this earth.
Okay.
A curse from heaven on the person who's spreading. Hussein was among that team. Our children and your children.
Okay.
Now, this is the personality of the person we are mourning, his martyrdom.
Who killed Hussein?
It was Yazid ibn Muawiyah.
In Karbala?
In Karbala was the commander, Ibn Ziyad, was sent by Yazid ibn Muawiyah, because at that time the leader was Yazid ibn Muawiyah.
Okay.
Yazid ibn Muawiyah. So let us not divert the truth here that we are Muslims who killed Hussein. Yesterday we are calling Rasulullah that our prophet. Sometimes
You repeat that statement. Let's not confuse what? Or mix.
let us not say that people from elsewhere came and killed Hussein. We are Muslims who killed.
Fellow Muslims.
Fellow
killed.
Muslims.
Okay.
Okay. But here, why do they kill Hussein? And why Hussein stand and say no? You find it in his mission when he was leaving his place towards Karbala. He say, I did not come out seeking prestige, seeking ranks, or I'm unjust, or I'm spreading falsehood, but I have stood to maintain, to raise a banner of truth and justice after some people have spreaded falsehood on this earth. So this is the mission.
Some people are Muslims.
Muslims.
Okay.
Then he continue say, وَآمُرْ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَأَنْهَى عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ. Now, this is his statement. It means things were going astray.
Okay.
And he stood to say
no.
no.
Oh.
No. Yes, you are Muslims, but what you are doing is wrong. And my grandfather did not preach this Islam. This is the personality of a person we are mourning of, because the mission was for human being. Rahmatul lil alamin. Prophet was already passed on.
They are diverting the mission.
Excellent. From just to unjust.
Okay.
From false, from truth to false.
So Imam stood and said no.
Said no. The correct mission of our prophet was truthful and justice for every human being.
Now, hold it there. What about the other narrative of Musa?
Now, it is very awkward to refer Ashura a far history when you have a close history of your time. Musa is very far, because we have Moses, we have Jesus, then we have Muhammad. The event of Muhammad is the current event. Right now, in Uganda we have some revolutions. But the current revolution which we can refer, it's NRM revolution.
True, but
it is just a reference. It's not my point.
True.
But I want to tell you that today, when we want to talk about politics and so on, we have to talk the current political system. We cannot. The other one it has passed.
But then we don't delete, but we still observe.
Definitely. Now, how can I focus on Moses of a regime of time of not mine when there is mine? It means that the author are covering something else, which is very, very important, and we want to uncover it.
So you mean
expose it.
By someone bringing up Moses, Musa, he's trying to cover up Imam Hussein?
Definitely. And
Why?
This is why today you can find in Uganda the population we are 46.
That's
46, about 46, and Muslims were almost 2 million, 12 million or 13 million. How many people out there who are mourning for the martyrdom of Hussein, and who knows that there is even the event called the Ashurah in Karbala?
Probably that's why we are here. Yes.
And how many are we?
No, we are here to let the world know. No, we are here to let the world know
how it came. People ignored that event. When Hussein is coming within the family of our prophet. This is the person. This is the person. Prophet says, Al Hassan wal Hussein Sayyida Shababi Ahl al Jannah. Hassan and Hussein are the master of youth in a paradise.
True.
This is the people. Our prophet says. Al Hassan wal Hussein imama in qama aw qa'ada. Hassan and Hussein are our leader, your leader. Are there or not there? Are present or not present? They are your masters and they are leaders. How comes Uganda, I remember, Baganda clan took almost 35 years without kingship. But when the NRM government came out installing the culture institutions, Baganda did not go in almanac to find out who can come and sit on throne.
It was automatic that
it was automatically, so long as the legalizing institution. How comes today you tell me to go to Moses, to go to Jesus, when I have mine? It means that there is something which are going wrong.
Oh, we are trying to distort the history.
Definitely. Now, why are we mourning? We are mourning to show up that Hussein came out to say there is something which are going wrong. And the Prophet told us our leader is this person.
Okay.
He has to lead us to the truth, to the justice. Whoever comes against him, we have to be careful with that person.
Wow.
Good.
Now, what are we supposed to do on Ashura Day?
Now, first and foremost, we have to resurrect the family of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Not resurrecting that we are going to but the history, the background, where our Rasul, where our Prophet left us. Prophet told us that I'm leaving, but I left you in this place, in this position. And I want to meet you in this position.
So we must reposition ourselves.
Definitely.
Back.
By following Hussein, because did not come out to find out ranks, prestige, showing up, seeking money, materials, and so on, as we do right now. Right now, many Muslims, you tell him that we have this one and tell you, Mfunira muwa. Where do I benefit?
Okay.
We are materializing our and commercializing our faith. This is what Hussein came out to say. No, we can work and expect the heaven.
So how are we supposed to resurrect?
Now, one is to understand.
Understand the history?
The history. What was in Karbala? First and foremost, what was in Karbala? In Karbala, there was a group of Muslims who denying people, women, children, water. Water is an essential for any humankind.
True.
Not only human, but to universe.
Yes.
Universe. Animals needs water. Plants needs water. We human beings, we need water. If we find someone say, don't drink, and if we see people are penetrating those army just to fetch water, a glass of water, so that he can cool the thirst of the children and women, then you kill him, then we know that where is the truth? And this I don't know. We have to understand the history.
Okay.
That's one. Two, then we have to admit that maybe we went astray. We left the right path, and we took our own way.
So who is hiding the history? Because you keep referring that they want to distort, they want to hide. Who is hiding the history now?
The historian who are writing history in the other way, by saying that Hussein was a youthful, arrogant one who did not respect and give oath to the leadership of arrogant. Hussein, to be arrogant, denying oath being given to someone. Who is this one and who is the other one? And why the oath of Imam Hussein is forcefully. Why forcefully?
Okay.
Because this is a grandchild of Prophet. He is knowledgeable, enough knowledgeable, who knows Islam better than who is forcing him to give oath.
Okay.
It is you to come under him and say what to do.
When you say it is him, it is you to come under him, who is that you? Now
it's me and others to follow the house, the progeny of Prophet, the progeny of Prophet.
Okay.
Because those progeny, it is legally in Quran and legally in Hadith.
When I follow your words closely, I can say as if there is a conflict, there is something hidden. Try to bring it out.
Now, dear viewers, you remember very well that during the Arab time, the Arabs were worshipping almost 360 idols.
Yes.
Now, Prophet is coming and tell them that no, those idols do this and that. So they were killing innocent people.
True.
They were stealing. They were talking
a lot of injustice.
A lot of injustice. Then Prophet came and said, no, the right path is this one. Truth, justice, and let us obey one Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So a person who have been behaving, and his nature is this one, and you are coming to change him, what will happen there? It is hatred.
Resist, yes, and
it is hatred.
Yes.
Now, this hatred ended on Prophet Muhammad only,
no,
or including his household.
True, just continue.
Now, these people also, they have children.
Okay.
So now we have two lines now. The line of truth and justice, and the line which against the
line of truth and the line of injustice.
Injustice. Now you have to stand where the
either
justice
this
is,
way or this way, but not in between.
But who tells us to stand on this way? It is Prophet.
Yes, Prophet.
It is Prophet. Did Prophet told us? Yes. When he said Al-Hassan wal-Hussein. This, by the way, this hadith in our books, in Bukhari. It is in Bukhari.
Okay.
It is in Muslim.
It is
in Ibn Majah. Bukhari, Muslim, Ibn Majah, and even you can go to Tafsir Tabari. Go there. Al-Hassan wal-Hussein. Imama, your leader.
Oh, Imam. Okay.
But not Imam of mosque. This is authentic Imam, divine Imam.
Oh.
Who can be even infallible. Who does not commit sin. He's kept by God.
You said we are supposed to observe, we're supposed to resurrect, understand, what else?
Understand the history very well. Who is Hussein? Can Hussein stand where injustice is taking place? And his personality behind his grandfather, behind his father and mom? Can. Do you know, by the way, when you talk Fatima, Fatima is a daughter of Khadija, who gave every wealthy of that lady, a great lady Khadija, to Islam, so that the Islam can stand. This is Hussein. Therefore, we mourn for his martyrdom, but we celebrate that his mission was victorious.
Now,
the truth.
By then, it was victorious, but we're still sustaining the victory.
This is our duty now.
Okay.
If we find that the history trying to cover that event, we must have a small group.
Okay.
A small group. By the way, those small group can be even a hated group. They can call them every names.
Okay.
And you are a Ugandan, I think you know very well. You can say they can call them Khawariji, they can call them Mubtadi'u, they can call them every nicknames. But stand. When you read the Quran, whoever preaches truth and justice, always they are few. I bring you an example. In 10th year after the immigration of our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Prophet left almost 1,000 of Muslims.
True.
They are not few. It was even a government. By the way, you can see that he even expanded Islam to Shami, Egypt, everywhere. We were in thousands. Why, when Hussein came out, he was having only 72 people. Among those 72 were some Christian who came out and said, if you are fighting for justice and truth, we are with you. After learning that the leaders at that time, they are unjust leadership and forceful. Why? 72, where are others?
Okay, they followed another path maybe.
Now, this is the greater question comes in. How can you live where Prophet left you and you go and then you follow?
That's why you're here, to answer all those questions.
Then, my dear Muslim viewers, I am here to tell you that Hussein is an infallible, comes from a greater family, from our Prophet, the Prophet of mercy, the Prophet of justice, the Prophet of truth.
Okay.
And this personality, Prophet himself, he's the one who brought him, parented him, himself. Then, even when matter comes of Akika, Prophet himself is the one who did the Akika for Hussein.
Sheikh, how are we supposed to mourn? Like Ashurah Day is going to fall on Monday, right?
Good.
It is on Monday next week. So, as a Muslim in Uganda, what am I supposed to do? Secondly, how am I supposed to mourn?
One, you have first and foremost to feel the mission, which caused that martyrdom. To feel, are we really Muslims practicing justice and truth? Are we? When today Muslims are fighting each other, are we?
Quarreling every day and night.
Because Rasulullah left us, but ordered us to not dispute. Are we together? Are we united? By feeling that mission, then you are mourning. Then, you have to deny with total denial of injustice from your home.
Starting from home.
From your home.
Then community.
From your home. Try to teach your children to be truthful, justful. Every human
After teaching, then I have to be exemplary.
Then you as a father, you as a mother, your children must have two things. At-tabarri from every wrong deeds, and at-tawalli by this family, to follow this family.
Okay.
Of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You'll be mourned very well. Then you send salam to those who participated in standing against the unjust. Say salam to them.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum. Lastly, there is a sign showing that I'm mourning.
No.
There is a sign. Now you have wear a white clothes.
For you putting on black. So you're mourning?
It's showing that I'm mourning.
So
others are sending message. Others are sending message. Happy New Year. How can I be happy in my New Year's when the grandson of my prophet is being killed?
So you mean on Monday I should put on black?
Almost from the day one. You should
from the first day of Muharram, the 10th day.
From the 10th day, you should put a sign that I'm mourning.
So for you putting on black, you're mourning?
I'm mourning. A sign of mourning. A sign of participating in it. If I was there, I would have lined behind Hussein.
If I
so that
mourn,
we can fight for injustice.
If I mourn for the whole, if you are to go by the essence of Ashura, we are supposed to go in Wududa now and give our friends humanitarian
services.
Then you're supposed to go to Karamoja? Then why not?
Then we have some people who are dying. We have people who are dying in the hospital without blood.
So you're supposed to
donate blood, and they say, I'm donating this blood because how comes people are suffering when they have leaders and they can not provide blood?
So you should lead us, you our leaders.
Of course. Definitely. We have how many people on streets? How many people on street? We have to provide services for those children on street because Hussein fought for those children to be out of streets and get services, get what they deserve to have: clothes, shelter, education. We have to provide it.
Are we able?
If we have a good plan as a Muslims, and if we are following that footsteps of Imam Hussein, we can be able.
Now there is another,
because he taught us exactly what we should behave.
There is another teaching of.
Unfortunately, some of our leaders, when you are given money to drill a borehole, then you misuse it.
So that is not.
When you are given foodstuffs to be distributed to needy people, you misuse it, you divert it, you misbus it.
So that is against
Imam Hussein's mission. When you are given a money to build, to construct a center where we can collect those children so that they can have their needs.
But during Ramadan we see people giving out charity.
Good. But Ramadan has its own services. We are talking of why.
So we are supposed to continue the mission. Because not only in Ramadan.
Not only in Ramadan. By the way, let me ask you one question. If you see in Ramadan, the way we behave in Ramadan, is that exactly what we're supposed to behave?
We try. I think we try.
Imam Ali, Imam Hussein stood to not try, to perfecting it.
Can we be perfect?
Perfecting it is to put into proper way.
Okay.
You have to feel the way you have to feel on me the way you feel on yourself.
I put myself into your shoes.
Yeah. If I'm sick, who can give me those services?
But are we, according to the generation we are living in, can we still do that?
It means that we were diverted from the right way.
We diverted ourselves.
Because we have leaders who led us and laid the foundation of our life in Islam, we were misled.
Is it okay to throw all the blames to the leaders who led? Maybe you can make us a new,
you know why?
A new chapter now.
Do you know why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's system is permanent.
Okay.
And it's very clear. When Allah says, I'm your leader and the prophet, I'm your leader. Then in another verse say, Ati'ullah wa ati'ur Rasul.
Okay.
Obey Allah and obey Rasul. Then we wait Rasul to command us what to do and where to go and how to do. When Rasul tells you Hussein is your Imam, don't come against him. Just ask him, Imam, what should I do here? When we see people are standing against him, then there is something which are going wrong. And we have to find it. Because Hussein cannot stand where it's wrong.
I know. Sheikh, what about this narrative of fasting?
You can fast, but your fasting can bring up the meaning, the real meaning of that day. Because you're at your home.
It depends on the need you have.
But why Imam Hussein did not stay at his home when he came out? Why he came out? By coming out, there is a sign. Hussein tells us that there is something which are going on. Because when we fast, you may not know. By the way, let me ask you one question. We have our people who are just passed out, and yesterday we were calling up my dear friend. Do we go back and see those orphans? Are they schooling? Are they?
I think some good people set up centers for the orphanage centers.
Go to those centers and see. Are all our orphans?
I don't know. I'm asking you because the youth people are then setting up those
I have
centers.
been there. You can find that 20% or 10% are orphans. The rest are not.
So we are not following Imam Hussein's mission.
This is unjust. That's why we mourn and we have to come out to say, hey, Harambe, come out. Hussein mattered for this reason.
Sheikh,
we have to think about those people.
As Bilal, Muslim organization, what are you going to do on Ashura Day?
We have put a center to give out this information, a true information. There is a library. There is
is it accessible?
It is very, very accessible because it is in a heart of town or heart of city on Coronation Road, just opposite Uganda, Old Kampala Primary School. You can, and it's very, very accessible. The environment is very, very clear, and it's a educative environment. And every services are free of charge.
I can see that the public relations is now working.
No. The services are free of charge because this is what Imam told us. We have to. We don't sell knowledge.
You just give it out. You share.
Definitely. So the moment you come, we have to.
So I'm looking at Monday. What are we going to do?
We as Bilal,
going to mourn.
We as Bilal, we are going to gather.
First of all, it's a working day. So, are you going to leave our work and come and mourn?
When we talk about working, put yourself into Rasul's shoes. His grandchild have been martyred. Amir al-Mu'minin Ali ibn Abi Talib, his son was martyred. Fatima Zahra, Sayyidatun Nisa al-Alamin, her child have been martyred, and all of them has come and say, Rashidi, my son was killed. How do you respond to these people? That, hey, Rasul, I'm going for work.
No.
I think we have to be humble to Rasul by participating in mourning for that day. Let us excuse ourselves and go in a centers where we are mourning for this. There are some people who are going to sit somewhere in some centers to talk about the event, what happened in that place, Karbala, participate in those meetings, listen to the story, then record the books which gives us the event. 2, there is other activities of donating blood. There is other activities of sharing the reports where we need to serve people positively as Islam commands us.
Okay.
On that day, we have to reform ourselves. After learning that Hussein stood up for this, if you have been doing it, reform. Say from now, no, I will not go there because if Mandela Nelson, who is not a Muslim, he said, I knew how I can rescue my people from apartheid, from tyranny. I did not sign. I decided to engage myself to rescue myself.
Okay.
Rashid, a follower of Rasulullah, how can't you learn something from Hussein? If Mahatma Gandhi, a Buddha follower, a Buddhism follower, can learn something from Hussein and reform his community, you, Rashid, a Muslim, why can't you learn from Hussein?
So,
then
all in all, Ashura is all about the martyrdom.
The martyrdom and the victory. Because, you know, when we go in a court, we are looking for justice. And the landed people, landed friend will come with huge volumes and demonstrating to find the justice. When justice comes, we don't look on farms. We look on this particular point. Justice has prevailed. Justice. Then we thank the God that the victory is on the justice, not the person, individuals. No.
Okay.
So we
look at the action.
So the justice in Karbala stood that the justice belongs here, and the force belongs the other side. Now it is we to decide where are we going.
That's the question. Where are we going?
Where are we going? And it is an individual because this is wajib. It's an individual.
Where are you going, Sheikh?
I told you that I have already put something to show that I'm with Imam Hussein.
Okay.
I will mourn and I will always follow what Imam Hussein is telling us.
So just one or two message to the listeners on the Ashura day, on Monday, and even these 2 remaining days, what are we supposed to do?
Now, for us, we are sitting every evening and disseminating the information of that event, because the event started 10 days.
Yes.
But it started in the Zul Hajj.
Okay.
Because Hussein was performing Hajj, and from sacred Kaaba, the enemy started engaging themselves, wanted to kill him from the Kaaba.
There.
Then he said, my grandfather told him that this place is peace. We are not supposed to fight or assaulting each other. He decided to cancel the Hajj and then left. The enemy followed him. The enemy followed him. So we see it and we disseminate this information. This is one. 2, we try to reform ourselves.
Okay.
Now, these 3 days, the remaining day and the 10th day, we shall always observe and evaluate ourselves, and then lay a plan. How are we going to follow Imam Hussein? By looking the needy people, the poor people, widows, orphans, poor people. Then we see how we can. By the way, by doing this, there is some group say we are buying people. We are not buying people. We are giving service to people, as our Prophet told us, as our Imams tell us, that by denying access to these rights, you are injustice them or oppressing them.
Sheikh, I want to thank you for the wonderful discussion.
Thank you.
Hopefully, we've gained a lot in the Ashura, and we shall observe these last 3 days, mashallah.
Pleasure to have that one.
We've been discussing the Ashura with Sheikh Jalaluddin Luwaga. A lot have been said, a lot to learn, mashallah. It's something new to some of our ears, maybe, and let's go through the literature, mashallah. We shall get to know more. Now, I want to thank the team behind the production. Sheikh Jalaluddin Luwaga, thank you so much for coming around.
Pleasure to be with you.
Now, till next time, I'm Rashid Chiwanuka. Assalamu
Assalamu alaikum wa
rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
I can even invite them to Bilal.
يريد الفلاح ورب السماء فيا أمتي أنصتوا واسمعوا فجل الأمور بدت في خفاء قنابلهم كالسموم تدار فما من صدوق وما من إخاء وما من إخاء.
It's Freaky Friday from Airtel. Buy or gift. Buy or give.
Get freaky too! Dial star 149 star 10 hash to load a Freaky Friday bundle for you to enjoy the best offers on voice and data.
To buy a bundle for friends and family, dial star 149 star 10 star 5 hash. Freaky Friday with Airtel. Buy or gift a bundle today. Dial star 149 star 10 hash to get started. Airtel, the smartphone network.